Everybody, welcome to Listen Up with Mike. I'm Mike, and I'll be your guide through this journey of growth and learning. So, I'm here with my friend Alvin Carter. Alvin, thank you for accepting the invitation tonight.
Hello, everybody.
You have an incredible and diverse journey. You've been with the U.S. Army. You're a real estate investor. You're a YouTuber, right? You're a
Yes,
dad.
Miguel.
You
Thank
do a
you.
lot of stuff. So, could you please tell us who you are and walk us through how you went from being a combat engineer in the United States Army and then becoming a real estate investor and a YouTuber? Because that's a
Yeah, I
lot.
would love to tell you guys my story. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast today. I want to start off by telling everybody that I joined the Army actually when I was just 18 years old, right out of high school. I'm from a small town, and there wasn't a lot of job opportunities where I come from. I'm from California, a small town in the desert. And so I joined the military, the Army. And at just 20 years old, I went to Afghanistan, and I was actually blown up over there. And I've seen a lot of poverty. I've seen a lot of kids that were hungry. It was very sad, you know. And it was a third world country. And so when I came back, I struggled with PTSD for a while. I had a hard time getting jobs, and I worked for like corporations like Walmart and all these different jobs that
How
just take
long did
advantage
it
of
how long
people.
did it take you to overcome the PDS?
I'm still dealing with some things, but I've been actually going to counseling. I do meditation now, and I do physical exercise, and I go to counseling, and that's why I love helping people now
Okay.
because it gives me relief in sense. So yeah, there's like so how I got into stocks is because I got tired of working endless hours for big corporations like Walmart or like fast food industries, and they work you to death. You know, they work you till you're 70, and then a lot of people I've noticed, like my father, he worked his whole life, and now he's barely making it on SSI. He makes only like $1,200 a month US,
Wow.
and that's really hard, you know. So I decided I was like I
Yeah,
need to
because they're
study
supposed they're
stocks
supposed to be
and
retired,
real
and
estate.
then again, they still have to do a lot of stuff in order to survive.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And so I was like, what can I do to make my money grow with my short a little bit of money? Because I was getting a little bit of money from the VA, from the Veterans Affairs, for
Yep.
going to Afghanistan, and I was barely making it though on ends meets and everything. And I was tired of this, so I started reading books about stocks and real estate. And at just 27 years old, I bought my first house, and it's been a blessing, man. It's been really a blessing.
So you spent nine
And
years in the military.
I'm actually 33, and just last year I bought a duplex apartment. So now I
Wow.
have a house and I have apartments, and hopefully in 2 years from now I'm gonna get my third house.
And all based on working with stocks
Yes, sir.
online
Absolutely.
from home.
And then I was up at late. I was up late all the time with my daughter 'cause she's a 2 year old. Well, 2 years ago, my daughter was like, I was just taking care of her, and I said, "Hey, I need to make a YouTube account or do something. I need to make a hobby where I can help people." And the way I can help people is to show them how to make their money grow instead of just putting it in the bank and letting it sit there and collect inflation,
Yep.
which is, inflation is really bad for a lot of countries, like not just here in America, but everywhere in the world.
Here
And
we're
so,
we're in a pretty bad shape,
I,
man. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
inflation is really bad.
Yeah.
And, there's stocks that you can 345% grow your money like at 345% in like 5 years. I've seen some of these companies like some of these companies are like Coca-Cola, Walgreens. There's so many, Pepsi. There's real estate stocks. There's stocks in energy fields, oil, electric cars. There's so many things that you can invest in that are really great companies. And so I want to help people invest, and I want to help them learn the basics of stocks and help them and I want to teach people it's okay to go off on your own and become an entrepreneur, whether that's if you start your own business, or if you start mowing lawns and you create your own lawn mowing company or whatever. It's okay to work for yourself and to make yourself wealthy instead of making these corporations wealthy.
Yep.
And sorry I'm breathing kind of hard. It's because I'm a little sick right now.
No, don't worry.
My daughter's got a cold.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about that. So basically, that was the whole thing you just mentioned is basically your inspiration to start your own YouTube channel about the information you already knew and studied.
Yes.
And this channel is Independent Wealth, right? That's the name of the channel.
Independent Wealth with a $sign at the end of it.
Okay. And how's the experience with the channel has been so far? How's the growth of the channel?
Great.
How's been the acceptance, subscribers, the views, everything? Because basically YouTube is based on views. And now
Absolutely.
with things,
So hear me out. Actually, when I first was talking about stocks, people were like, "Who is this guy, Alvin Carter? Why should I take advice from this guy?" And so what I did was pretty smart. Is I started using celebrities like Shaq.
I've seen your videos.
And I started using other celebrities like Lil Wayne and a lot of different people. Like there's a lot of people. Gordon Ramsay, for instance, he's a chef.
Yep.
He created his own business, becoming a chef, and then became an entrepreneur. And so I started talking about all these other celebrities, how they started from nothing, and then they became like Shaq, for instance. He was an NBA player, but now he owns like 100 restaurants, 80 car washes.
They were smart.
And so people started liking those videos right away. And I believe it or not, I actually have 1 million views on YouTube. It's
I've seen that. And I have a question. Do you have any kind of issues on YouTube because of copyright? Because you're basically re-editing some videos, right? And getting that information on your channel. How does that work?
Actually, no. There's what I did was pretty smart. Is I take a clip of a film or a movie or a video, but I take like a 30-second edit.
Okay, not enough.
And then what I do is I add backgrounds and I add sound effects and I trim and cut pieces and do different clips from different clips and add them all into it. And it's not copyrighted that way.
Okay, that's smart. That's a smart move.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So over 1 million views, and your channel is already monetized, of course, because you already.
I just started creating a TikTok too. So I only have 80 followers, but I just created it 2 weeks ago. So it's moving pretty quick.
That's great. Alvin, from your experience in the military, the skills you have learned, how those skills and lessons that you have learned and the experiences that you've had in the military has been useful in both your formation, learning about stocks, applying that knowledge to your current way of living and your business venture today?
Well, that is an amazing question. I really appreciate your interview, by the way. That's a brilliant question. And I have to say, it's the discipline in the military that has helped me keep up on my YouTube, because you have to post, like, as a YouTube creator, you know this probably more than I do, that you need to post regularly.
Yes.
You have to be consistent. Otherwise, you will not get any algorithm. And what the Army taught me is to get up, wake up, make your bed, do your chores, get up, and I could do my YouTube stuff, my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I write down a schedule now. And because I went to college as well for a couple years, I went to college for psychology. So I always write down a schedule, sometimes I create content ahead of time. So if I'm like tired or sick, I already have content that's already like weeks ahead
Yeah, so
that I can release. And I just want to tell people, don't give up. If you're a new YouTube channel like mine, I've only been doing this for 2 years and I have like 1,500 subscribers. If you're new like me, just keep trying because, I mean, what else do you have to lose? Just
yeah.
be yourself and do what you can.
How long did it take for you to achieve the 1,000 subscribers? Because for monetizing the channel, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours.
Absolutely.
How long did it take?
I have not got the 4,000 hours yet, but I did complete the 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
that took me a year and a half.
Oh,
And
okay.
here's the funny part. It took me a year and a half to get 1,000 subscribers, but it only took me like 4 months
To grow
to
up
get
the
500
500 more.
subscribers.
Yeah. From that point on, it was like
It's
my
it's
channel.
growing. It's
Yeah.
growing
This
now.
this
Yeah.
channel, this goes for Inglés Fácil con Mike. This is a channel in which I teach
Yes,
English
sir.
to my people in Latin America and stuff. And that was the same thing. I've been 5 years with this channel. It took me a year to monetize it, following certain rules because it was pretty much an experiment. I got to the 1,000, and then
That's amazing.
like 3 years later, it started moving, and all of a sudden, I passed the 100,000 subscribers.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
"Wow."
That is
Anyhow,
awesome.
we're not here to talk about me. We're here to learn and talk about you, my friend.
Hey,
You
I just
mentioned-
want to tell you, you're brilliant, by the way. I've been looking at your videos, and
Oh.
I just want to tell you, you're amazing at what you're doing, and keep up the great work. 100,000 subscribers is an unbelievable job. Good job.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And well, now we need to talk about you, my friend. I want to learn more, and I want my
Thank
friends
you.
to learn more about you. You mentioned something about PTS before. This is a very delicate issue.
Yes, sir.
And now that you've been working, trying to overcome the whole thing, what advice would you give to veterans like you who are transitioning from the military into the civilian and they're interested other besides overcoming this situation in
Yes.
becoming self independent, right?
Independent.
With
Independent wealth.
investing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What advice would you give to them?
And my advice is definitely get counseling and to do meditation and to reach out to other veterans and try to learn what they're doing. Also, go to college. I went to school for psychology. And when I was going to school for psychology, it helped me a lot in ways I would never think of. Like, for instance, with my charisma, now I'm able to interact with almost any subculture out there because I've learned of so many different cultures. Before, I was more like closed-minded.
Gain
Now I'm more
perspectives.
open-minded. So I recommend for other veterans to go to school and to get counseling and to invest in stocks.
You mentioned something interesting now about school and college and such as education, formal education. It's that I'm not sure if it's a misconception of mine, but as far as I understand, a lot of people who work with the stock exchange marketing stuff and stuff, they kind of underrate college and education. And
Yeah,
now
you
you're
don't have to
mentioning
be
that it's
smart.
important. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Not college isn't for everybody, and maybe like a trade school, for instance. Like if you want to do like heavy construction operator, or if you want to drive a big truck, or if you want to drive, any kind of heavy machinery operations. I always notice that construction is like really good paying, like building houses
Yep.
and stuff like that. A lot of veterans can transition into that kind of work. I feel like would work out for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
school is not for everybody. I actually didn't graduate school, believe it or not. I did my 3 years in college, but I didn't graduate.
Oh.
I got out, Luckily, my school was paid for by the government, but I know that a lot of other people don't like school because it leaves them in debt. So yeah, school is not for everybody, but what they should do is just pick up a book about stocks, like a book for beginners, and really apply themselves because the stocks have been used since the 1800s.
And follow your
Did
channel.
you know? Yeah, did you know that Coca-Cola, the soda,
I I,
that's been
I read
around since like
story about
1820?
year. I don't know exactly in what year, but they're kind of a broke company, and they started selling shares in certain towns. And there's a couple towns in the United States in which there are a lot of millionaires because
Oh yeah,
they invested in Coca-Cola stocks when the
absolutely.
company was worth nothing.
Absolutely. Did you know that their stocks? Okay, a lot of people are confused with stocks about they think I need to buy a bunch of shares. So that's not how it works. It's about how much money you put into the stock.
Okay.
So for instance, if this stock is $3 a share and this stock is $30 a share, you buy one of the $30 a share, you buy 10 of the $3 shares, it's still equal value, $30.
Yes.
So it's not about the shares, it's about how much you put into it. But here's the best part. Some companies will pay you like it figures, but like between $1 to like 25 cents per share. So it's really awesome. Like you're literally buying shares and then just leaving it, and you're getting paid money
Oh, okay.
called dividends, and you don't do anything. You just literally just hold on to the money, and
So
it
royalties.
builds
Basically,
itself.
those are royalties.
Yeah, you don't have to be a genius to know stocks. I'm not even that smart. I just read a couple books, and everybody's like, Alvin, how do you do this? It's really not hard. It's you just don't take the money out of the stock, you know? You
Yes.
look up what stock's been around. If the stock has been around for over 20 years or longer and they have a good pay rate, that's a good stock. If the stock's not been around very long, it's more of a risky stock. Don't really necessarily buy that one.
So
That's what I
so
recommend.
so here we would have a question, and it's what's then the your ultimate goal with the channel, with your YouTube channel? Do you want to move that into another types of financial education? You're focusing on making money also from the channel. What's like the ultimate goal with
Yeah.
that?
The ultimate goal is to make money from the channel and to buy more real estate and more stocks. And also, the ultimate goal is to inspire others to be successful and to go for their dreams. And if I can do it, a simple kid from a small town who just joined the army and was getting paid barely like breadcrumbs in the army and was barely making it at Walmart at one point, and now I have my own house, apartments, and I'm about to have
Great.
my third
That's
house. If I
so
can do
great.
it,
Yeah.
anybody can do it. Yeah,
So
I'm not very smart. Yeah,
and
I'm over here making it, and I want to show other people if I can do it, you can do it. I want to inspire others to go out. If you want to buy that food truck, go out and buy your food truck. If you want to be the leader, if you want to open your skateboarding business,
go
open a
ahead with it.
skateboarding business. Go for your dreams. Life is short. That's my goal. That's my
I
purpose.
think that's the hardest part for people to realize and understand, to fully understand, and it's life is freaking short.
It's so short,
Yeah,
just
it
live it
goes
up.
like this, and all of a sudden you're like, what happened? Okay,
Go
so
for it. You got to go for your
yeah,
dreams.
so we have investment, stocks, your channel, but also real estate. Why real estate?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, for instance, I bought my house in 2019, right?
Yep.
It was only worth
Do you buy it? Do you
187,000.
pay it in full or through a mortgage?
No, no, no. I didn't pay it in full.
Oh, through a mortgage.
I just got a mortgage.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I took out a mortgage, right, for 187,000. This is in 2019.
130.
Now
Okay.
this year, check this out. This year, it's 2024. Now my house is worth 260,000.
Okay. 7 years, it pretty much doubled the value.
I'm worth $80,000 equity now.
Okay.
And guess what? And say I want to take money out, I can go take $40,000 out right now and go buy another property with that.
And do the
A
same.
down payment. And do the same thing with the next house. Because when you buy things, it appreciates value.
Okay.
But if you just leave your money in the bank,
Yeah.
it decreases value.
Yeah.
But houses only go up higher because everybody needs a place to live.
If we go back
That's
to
where the money's at.
if we go back to around 2006, 2007, when there was this bubble and the whole thing with the well, I guess you know there's a movie about that,
The stock
right?
market drop.
Yeah, the stock market drop and a lot of stuff with would there be a risk like that right now with investing on real estate, or it's like, okay, no.
Hear me out. I'm really glad you asked me that question. A famous entrepreneur, I forgot his name, but he wrote a book, and he says when people are investing, don't invest. When everybody's not investing, that's the time to invest.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you buy it's called buy the dip. When the markets crash, when everybody's running away, that's when you buy everything.
Oh, okay.
Because then the market skyrockets up.
Yeah.
But if you buy everything while the market's up, like say Bitcoin right now.
Yep.
You don't want to buy Bitcoin right now because it's going to crash soon because it's going up too much.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you want to buy when it's down.
Oh, okay.
That's where people are confused. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to lose all my money. It's going to crash." No, you might lose something. You only lose the money if you sell your shares. If you just hold on to the shares the whole time for 5 years,
Yeah,
it'll go right
wait
back
to see
up.
what happens with the market. Don't worry.
It goes right back up. And here's the thing. It's paying you dividends the whole time. You reinvest the dividends, it buys more shares for you automatically.
Wow. What's been the biggest challenge
Yes,
there?
sir.
What's been the biggest challenge as a real investor so far? Your biggest challenge.
For most people, it's just being too scared to go for it.
Okay.
I think that's what the biggest challenge is.
Overcoming
People
fear.
are like, I don't want to.
Overcoming
I
fear.
can't do it, Alvin. It's scary. I can't. What if I lose money? You gotta just risk it.
Okay.
It's
So it's basically overcoming overcoming fear, right?
Yes, sir.
And I guess you would correct me if I'm wrong. I guess your military formation helps you a lot with that because a regular guy out there
But it's the
doesn't
self-discipline.
handle
You gotta have discipline.
pressure. Yeah.
You gotta wake up every day, get on your YouTube channel, make sure that your followers are engaged. You gotta make sure if people comment, you talk to them. It's just everything you do in life. It's all about you.
Yeah.
Nobody can make you do anything. Only you can do it.
Alvin, from your opinion, from your experience so far working with these, checking your subscribers, I bet you have a way in which you interact with them through comments, maybe a live broadcasting. I don't know. In your opinion and your experience, and watching people trying to succeed in this field, what separates successful investors from those who really have to struggle in order to make progress? What in your opinion, what makes the difference there between successful investors and struggling investors?
Okay, so struggling investors usually give up and quit.
Okay.
Well, the real ones, they don't give up. They look at it. You got to look down the road and say, what is this stock going to be worth in 30 years? What can I leave my kids or my grandkids when I die? It's about generational wealth. People think that you're just going to get rich in 2 years. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you don't make money until after 15 years of holding on to the stocks.
Easy and quick
it's a
money.
long-term money wealth thing.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people, they want it to be instant satisfaction, gratification,
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. It takes time, just like everything. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's a snowball process. Like, it gets bigger and bigger. It keeps rolling,
And the funny thing is that I think that's human condition, because that's basically that happens in every field.
It does,
with languages happens the same. A lot of people come to me and say, "Hey, I want to be fluent in 6 months," and I was like, "What? Come on,
it doesn't work that way.
Come on, it doesn't work like that. You need to work, blah blah." Anyhow,
Yes, sir. You know how it is, Miguel.
Yeah, so far, Alvin, what's the best financial decision that you've ever made?
Was buying a house because
Why did you make
let me
that
tell-
decision, and what did you learn from that?
Okay, so when I bought my house, I learned that when I was renting, I was paying off someone else's house for them
Oh,
because
okay.
they're the owner of the house. But I'm here making all the payments and it's paying off their house.
Yep.
But now, as the owner of the house, well, I don't necessarily own it yet, but I'm paying off my house.
Yep.
So in 30
In
years,
the end,
from now,
you're
I'll
doing
own
the
house.
same exercise of paying the rent, but the only thing is that in certain
But you're the one getting the house.
yeah, you're gonna get the house at the end. You're gonna get the house.
That's what
Okay.
people don't understand. I try to
Okay.
tell them, why do you want to rent? You're paying off, Steven's house or whatever, and you could be paying off your own house. And sometimes it's actually more expensive to rent than it is to pay mortgage. Did you know that where I live, it's actually more expensive to rent an apartment than it is to pay mortgage on a house where I live?
But wait, that's something that you realized, or that's common knowledge?
That's something I learned over time.
Okay, yeah, because wow.
Because I never knew that until I got into the market.
So you started doing the numbers, checking
Yeah.
here and there, researching, and then you realized that, oh, shoot, it's
Literally,
pretty much
like,
cheaper
there's-
for me.
I don't want to say like they're ghetto, but these neighborhoods where
Yeah.
like down the apartments where the low income is, it's more expensive to live there than in a nice, safe neighborhood with nice houses.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Wow.
And I'm building credit. When you're renting out a place, you don't get credit.
Of course.
You don't earn. A lot of people.
Well,
don't have credit
as long as you keep up with your payments, of course, right? But
Of
yeah, you're
course,
building
yeah.
credit, of course,
But
and
I mean, most
you
people,
become a landlord.
you gotta- yeah.
Yeah, and you become.
I'm sorry.
No. I was saying, it's.
I'm excited, that's all.
No. I'm excited too. So there's a lot of things. You're getting your own house.
Absolutely.
Basically, you're spending less money, right? You're creating wealth
Yes.
by getting your house, spending less money, and you're a landlord right now, a homeowner.
Yes. Now I'm the landlord.
Yeah, you are the landlord. So
Yeah.
and
And
that,
so my tenants are paying off my apartment.
yeah. Now you're on the other side of the fence.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm the corporate now,
Yeah.
basically.
How do you behave as a landlord right now? If I'm not too
I'm very polite. Like I treat everybody with respect. I don't treat anybody. If I don't treat anybody different, if they have less money than me or more money than me, I treat everybody with the same respect and dignity. As long as you're a good person, I like them. I'm treat you well.
Did you ever get a bad treatment as a tenant before?
No,
Never. Okay, that's great.
never.
That's great.
Well, here's the thing though. If you do get apartments, make sure you do rental history checks.
Okay.
So before I rented out the place, I did.
Where do you do that? Where do you do that? Is there like a database available for doing that?
In the United States, they have a database for that.
Okay.
In other places, like in other countries, I don't know if they have something like that, but you need to find out if they have a job or like proof of income.
Well,
To make sure
let's say
that
here in Colombia,
they get paid.
there's something called data crédito, but that's information that it's only available to corporations. Let's say
Oh, I didn't know that.
if I were a landlord and I needed to get that kind of information, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to access that unless I had somebody who did that for me.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind
That's
of
a little
tough.
different there.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's
So
tough. It's
that
tough.
I guess with that part, you just maybe only get a family that's don't get people that party and stuff. Get people that are respectable in the community.
Yeah. It's tough.
Get
Here
people
it's
that
tough.
are
Here
calm.
it's tough. But
They're
yeah.
gonna not destroy your place.
Yeah.
Get somebody that's not gonna destroy your place.
Yeah. You get like insurance for that, right? When you get the tenants.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
insurance
okay.
for that.
Yeah. So. Okay, Alvin, I'm gonna move away a little bit from the story of financial things and stuff. We met on Facebook, right? And basically, in fact, this is our very first conversation face to face. I really appreciate that. We met
Yes.
on Facebook through a mutual contact. There is Jim Hare. He's a bass player, right?
Yes.
Blackout is his band. And he's friends with some of the original members of Suicidal Tendencies. I love that band. That's been ever since I'm a little kid. I love them. And what's the story there? Are you a fan of the band too, or it just happened to be?
Oh, I'm a fan, but I never met them. However, I do follow them and I like their page and the music and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I love the guitar. You know, I love that.
I play the
I see
guitar.
that you play the guitar too.
Yeah, I
That's
do
really
have
cool.
a channel, another channel on YouTube in which I
know it. Hey, you're the definition of an entrepreneur, Miguel.
Oh, because I do this and that.
Seriously, you're
Well,
a go-getter, man.
check it out,
Like,
check
you
it
get
out.
that bag, dude.
This is extra information, but right now, my wife and I can easily say that, unlike the average people here in our country, we are privileged because right now we are out of debt. We don't owe any.
That's
we don't
beautiful,
owe a
man.
dime to
Happy for you
anyone.
guys.
Happily, we own the
You earned
house. This is our house. It's a small house, but it's ours, and we live here happily and everything. And we have everything we
Absolutely.
need. We don't live through luxuries and everything, but we are happy. We live life at the fullest, and we are happy, which is perfect. And
Hey,
I
money-
love what I do.
Money is not everything, you know.
Yeah, it's just a
Money
tool.
can't buy happiness. I mean, it can make you happy on certain levels, but my
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
my daughter, and my girlfriend who's going to be my wife, that's my world. And my girlfriend, actually, she's helped me a lot in my journey because I used to like be self-destructive when I was in the army.
Yeah.
Some of my PTSD, I used to be an alcoholic back many years ago, like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And I don't drink anymore at all. So
Oh, congratulations, man.
blessed, you know.
Congratulations.
And now I just do meditation. I don't drink. I don't get in fights. I don't do none of that stuff.
May I ask
It's so
what
much
kind of
better, so much
meditation
better.
you practice? May
Say
I
again?
ask? May I ask what kind of meditation you practice?
What kind of what?
Meditation. You mentioned you do meditation.
meditation.
What
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of meditation you practice?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard of binaural beats.
Nope.
Okay, well, after you get off this interview, maybe go on Google, and what it is okay. So there's a theory that we are all made from frequencies, like
Okay.
music,
Okay.
and what this music does, it actually makes the atoms and the molecules and the atoms inside our body.
Okay.
It like soothes them. So binaural beats.
So so
And you
meditation
listen to
through
it,
sounds.
And what it does, it goes through your subconscious, the music,
Okay.
and it calms you down subconsciously.
Oh, okay. All right. Funny thing.
Yes.
Funny thing. I also like.
Also, I go out in nature and I go on walks.
Oh, okay. To
Like
be
I
in
walk
contact
my
with
dog.
nature.
I go on walks with my dog, and I go that being out in nature is my other part. Like just having some sunlight, you know.
Yeah.
Just being out in the sun is important for people because nature will take the busyness of the city, of the bills and the finances
and the
out of
white
your
noise
mind,
in
you
your
know?
head. The white
Yes.
noise. Funny thing you
It's all in
mentioned.
our head, you know.
Funny thing you mentioned that kind of meditation because I'm also a fan of Japanese culture. I practice certain traditional arts
Very cool.
ever since I'm a little kid. And there's some kind of meditation that is called Kotodama. It's a Japanese meditation that is based on sounds too. I don't practice that.
Very cool.
I'm more like a Zen person. I go.
So,
I'm
I am
very
too.
Zen.
I love Zen. I love Zen.
I practice the sword and the brush.
You know, like I'm not Buddhist, but I kind of like that.
Yeah,
Buddhist
you don't need to be a
culture.
Buddhist to do that.
You know?
You just need to
But
be a
I kind
person.
of like the whole like the martial arts.
Oh.
The
We
you
will
know
have
the sitting down, the you know the
Seiza,
sitting down,
Zazen. That's called
Yeah.
Zazen. I
taking
go
deep
yeah.
breaths.
I go through Japanese, not the Chinese or Korean, but Japanese. So
You're amazing, Miguel.
I
I
think-
just want to tell you that.
I think we can later talk about these things and we can share experiences that
Absolutely.
might be helpful because okay, that's been great. Okay, so moving away of this, what do you do? What do you enjoy doing? What do you like doing? Where you're not focusing on your business, on your YouTube channel, you already told me about walking in the woods, going with your walks and with your family. What else do you enjoy doing other than creating wealth?
I I like to watch sports.
Okay.
Like, I'm a big sports guy. So in America, we like to watch like basketball. I don't
The
know if you guys
NBA,
watch
yeah.
that there, but basketball and American football, where they throw the
Yep.
football.
Yep.
And I also
The
like
Super
to
Bowl.
watch martial arts, like UFC.
Oh, okay, the UFC.
And so I love that kind of stuff because it helps me kind of like want to do workout and stuff. It makes me like,
Oh.
it's more like entertaining for me. It's like kind of like the drama of watching people get tackled, and it kind of just takes me out of the whole like worrying about financial stress
Yeah.
and stuff. And I just also like to the main thing though, I love to hang out with my 2-year-old daughter.
Oh,
I
that's
love
amazing.
hanging out with her.
Right now,
She's playing with her dolls.
Yeah.
She loves to play with her dolls, and I go and I play with dolls with her.
Yeah,
And, you know.
I fully understand you because right now I have a granddaughter. Well, actually, I have two granddaughters. Well,
Oh,
it's a
that's-
long
that's
story.
beautiful,
It's a
right?
long story. One of them is 4, and the other one is 8. They live in the United States, and we spend like maybe 2 hours every day on video calls. I play
Oh,
with
that's
them.
amazing.
We make videos. We sing. We do a lot of things. That's so fulfilling, man. That's so fulfilling.
Oh,
so
absolutely, man. My
I totally
daughter just
understand
brings
you.
me so much joy
Yeah.
that I never had.
That's great. I'm happy. I'm
So
happy
much
to
joy
hear
and
about that, and I
happiness.
totally relate to that.
I love watching cartoons. I've been watching the Disney a lot. Disney. Princess.
I watch
Princess,
Peppa Pig with them. I watch Masha and the Bear. A lot of stuff. The one who's 8 loves Taylor Swift. I'm not anything into Taylor Swift, but I know her music because of her. We sing the song, so I totally get you.
All the little girls love her. It's okay.
Yeah, and I don't care. That makes me happy.
That's okay.
That makes them happy. So we're all happy. So we're good to go. Alvin, if there's
You're a
one,
good papa over there, huh?
what was that?
You're a good papa to them.
I hope I tried. I tried.
That's awesome.
If there's one piece of advice you would like to leave with our listeners right now about building wealth, achieving financial independence, what would it be?
Make a budget. Get a piece of paper and a pen and write down every single thing that you spend. And then when you pay off something, scratch it off.
Okay.
So that way you know everything that you're spending your money on. So that way, and try to save, whether it be $10 a month. Just try to save something and put it into a nest. I call it a nest.
Okay.
So yeah, learn how to manage. Even if you make a little money, right? Try to manage just a little bit to put away each month, and it'll add up to a lot
That's great.
over a long time.
Alvin, where can people find you online? They want to learn more about you. How can they support your journey? Where they can find you online? YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know. Please. And
Oh,
I will
yeah,
leave
so-
through the whole interview. I will leave that here so people can reach you easily.
Hey, I was wondering if you could tag me on the interview on
Of course,
Facebook.
of course.
If that's okay.
Of course.
Absolutely,
of
man.
course.
That would really help my channel a lot.
Of course.
I really appreciate you. So you guys can find me, Alvin Carter, on Facebook, YouTube, Independent Wealth with a $.
Okay.
All together, Independent Wealth $.
Okay.
On TikTok, I just made TikTok, Alvin Carter 35.
Okay.
God bless you guys. I appreciate every single one that follows me, and I hope to see everybody win and succeed, and to be able to bring love and joy and happiness to their families and financial freedom.
Alvin, you're a great guy. Thanks a lot for accepting this invitation, and I hope this is not going to be the first and the last one that we're going to have.
We gotta talk some more.
Yeah.
I would love to.
So thank you very much, and talk to you later, my friend. Have a great one.
All right, my man. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so that was it for today. I hope you liked the episode. And remember, if you have issues trying to develop your listening comprehension skills, listen to this episode as many times as you need. If you need to slow the speed of the video, you can do that. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, group, social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button in order to get notifications, because we're posting videos on a weekly basis. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing you in future episodes. Take care. Bye bye.